Time for a review of SHAZAM.
SHAZAM! But yes, oh my gosh, I was looking forward to it when I heard Zachary Levi. I did a video of it. I love him. He was the greatest thing. Go check out Chuck. Great TV show. And of course, him being Flynn Rider was the only thing I liked about Tangled. So, Zachary Levi is awesome. Huge fan of him. So, of course, I had to go see this. And then when it kept getting closer, word of mouth, people sitting there saying it's good. The trailers and stuff, it looked real good. Looked like it was going to be funny and out there. And rarely do I ever go into a movie with huge hopes or expectations. Because 99% of the time, it always lets me down. This time, I was kind of there with high hopes and expectations, but it didn't disappoint me. I was kind of going in there the more I saw like how kind of like Aquaman was looking. So again, start off, DC is killing it. They're killing it with Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and now SHAZAM. So I mean, it looks like this is the rise of DC and the fall of Marvel. And I'm very excited about this. I've always been kind of more of the Marvel fan when it came to the films and stuff like that than I did DC. But now, with the direction they're going and having 11 years of character growth, development, and story, to throw that all away for one bland character. So that direction, plus I'm done with superheroes, but when they're different and unique like this and kind of more fun and more entertaining and more like a superhero film, or like they have some kind of passion in it, then obviously I can see it through and I can go into it and enjoy it, and we'll see it. And like I said, most likely enjoy it. As I did with SHAZAM. Again, Zachary Levi, gotta keep saying it, he is amazing. Love that guy. But he stole the movie, and, well, I guess I'll just say it now, everyone pretty much stole the movie, but that was totally? Who talks like that? That was just, I loved it. Good job, Zachary Levi. I like how they start off the beginning of the movie with the backstory of the villain. That was nice. And then, what I loved about this movie was it had, like, everything I like in a movie. Sure, it was a superhero movie. It was quirky. It had the comedy. It had the over-the-top kind of little bit of that in there. It had the family aspect. Good heart. You can also count it as a Christmas movie. And it was also like a horror, like a monster movie. So that was really nice. That beginning was really good. I like the old, wizard guy there telling him this. And then the whole thing of, it showed a lot of backstory for, guy's going to become the villain. With good reason why he would become this. One, because of the way his father and his brother treated him. And then making him seem like he's worthless and he was, weak and a coward and all that. And then the fact that he wasn't chosen for this when he felt like he should. So, of course, he's going to go more of the darker, evil side of things. And that was cool. Totally out there with the 7 Deadly Sin demons. That was spooky. The statues and them talking and him getting close and, some dark stuff. And then, like, the fatal accident, kind of out of nowhere. Some good stuff. And then the opening, the kid, our main actor for Billy, the kids, the teens, they're really good actors. As much as I think Zachary, was like the heart and soul of it, gotta say that for all these too. So I think, like, everyone was, like, the heart and soul of this film. They all did an amazing job. The good and the bad. It really worked. So you had Billy. I like his little beginning there with the cops and stealing the food, and then find out his sad little story about being left behind, his mother abandoning him or whatever, and he spends basically his life running away from foster place to try and find his mother. And then he gets a new foster place, which has a nice group of kids there. Then you meet Freddie, who's got the little disability and the crutch and all that kind of stuff. Real into the superhero stuff there and the knowledge of all this, so that was pretty cool. And the whole thing for, the chosen one being of pure heart, pure soul, and all kind of stuff. And, sure, he was like a little delinquent kid and all that, but you can kind of see, there was the goodness in him. He was just a child that just wanted to find his mom and be happy with that. And that's why he couldn't like the families and the people he was with, because it wasn't, his mom was out there and all that stuff. And that's why he was the delinquent. It was touching. It was really good. And it played out throughout the whole thing, the whole message. Again, like, what is up with these movies lately? I think that's what's really working. See, Captain Marvel, she was all about kind of like herself and I'm a woman type of stuff, which, But like I've noticed when I just got done recently seeing Aquaman and now SHAZAM and all this, they're really going with a family aspect and then working as a team and a group of people needing, which is what I thought the Avengers and stuff was about. And it was touching, it was really good, and it played out throughout the whole thing, the whole message again, like, and being a team, all for one person. And like, again, SHAZAM, our SHAZAM, Captain Sparkle Pants, Sparkle Finger, what was that one, the butt crack one? Thunder Crack or something like that? Lightning Crack? Something like that. Man, those two, in kid form and with Zachary and him form, they had good chemistry, bounced off each other very well. It was very realistic. It really worked. But anyway, thing with this was, when he becomes SHAZAM, well, he has this whole kind of like, holy crap, I'm a superhero, I'm cool, I'm an adult. And then he kind of does like, takes that for granted, just goofs off, uses the powers for fun, doesn't care, cares about himself, himself and all that. But then throughout the film, he grows and he learns that it's about family and those people around you and togetherness. And Captain Marvel, she was all about being herself and all about her and a woman and me. And in the end, it was still all about me. So Shazam is the true Captain Marvel, and it's kind of like everything I've seen lately. Like a friend of mine and I were joking, kind of like, wow, like for DC, I was kind of only just a fan of Batman, and now it's kind of like, frick Batman, I mean, Aquaman's pretty kick-ass with his powers, and then Shazam, holy crap. It's like, the hell with all that stuff. These guys are actually pretty cool. So yeah, he shines, she falls flat. And that's what I really liked about, and you can see the big difference in the characters, and you can see the reaction from fans and moviegoers with Shazam versus Captain Marvel, where they talk about how much she made and that she's a woman, and in this, like other movies, they talk about how good the characters were, the actors were, in the film itself as a whole. The whole powers thing was really cool too, like how magic, for the good and the bad guy can only be harmed by magic, and then finding the flaw in that, and the whole 7 demons thing was pretty creative and cool. I just thought it was also neat that, Shazam, the SHAZAM stands for the different powers, like the power of Zeus, the speed of Mercury, the strength of Hercules and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. There's some pretty powerful abilities there. But Zachary Levi, holy crap. I mean, the goofiness. What worked was he was able to pull off, because remember, Billy Batson is 14 years old. So just because he looks like a grown man, he still is, the 14-year-old Billy. So he had the select of that, and then I knew Zach could do it because he's such, the geek, the nerd herd type of guy. He's into this stuff. He pulls it off very well. His persona, his attitude, everything perfect. I mean, it was pretty much close to a perfect movie. Holy crap. I can honestly say I enjoyed it very much. I was pretty much giddy the whole time, laughing, all, oh no, and suspenseful moments, and oh my gosh, during some really dark, gruesome, horrific things. It was really cool. A lot of head biting and monster killings and bodies being turned to ash and screaming and skeletons and some gruesome stuff. That's what I liked. It was like the horror aspect, and the demon things are pretty creepy and cool looking. And what I liked was there was a diverse cast, and it was a fitting diversity. It wasn't like the forced diversity that you see in everything else nowadays. It worked because the whole foster thing and where they are from and where they're at, and then the mother and father figure that took them in and all that. You can tell that they were like a family, like a good mom, good dad, good siblings in a sense, and it was really nice and sweet. And then I like how Billy was all like not for that, and then of course spoilers throughout, I guess, he accepts us and finds out that they are his family, and touching revelations, hardships that I knew was coming. I knew that's how it was going to be when he finally does meet his mom and some of that, but it was still like, poor kid. But then at least you get to figure out who his family truly is, and good family at that. Hilarious. It was fun. It was touching. Seemed real. Seemed genuine. Everyone was real, genuine. Good chemistry. Had its quirks. It was funny. I mean, I was kicking in the seat, like laughing the whole time. Everyone else was enjoying it. It was good to see people enjoy this too, because it wasn't just like, how are people going to take it? It's like when I saw Alita. Like people are going to be in this, but then Alita is blown up all over there. It is people just praising how great and wonderful that film is. Same thing with this right here. People are praising and people are talking about how good the movie was, and not about like how much it made. Again, big difference between the two Captain Marvels, right? But again, the family aspect. We already talked about Freddy. I liked him, and you can see like his kind of growth and his bad quarrels within himself with kind of the jealousy thing there too, which is understandable, real. And his cute little sister, I guess you can say, Darla, was cute. Like the whole family thing there, like they were just real good characters. She was cute, liked him, big brother, and then he pushed her away, saying, I'm not really your brother. But then, again, towards the end, he's like, what's a big brother supposed to do? And how's a big brother supposed to act? And it's like, yeah, he's finally getting it. Good job, Billy. Mark Strong played a very good villain in Savannah. The thing where he went, had his eye going there with the demons and coming into the board meeting with his father and so that, and his brother, damn, that was some movie. I can already see parents talking because they said the S word a lot in this. There was Santa bleeping the F word bleep, but at the end there, which was hilarious, a little running gag with Santa Claus there throughout, but I loved it. I mean, it was, it was dark at times, and I was not expecting such darkness in it, but for me, I love that, so it was real good. And then, his other siblings, he had Mary, and then helping her throughout her quarrel with wanting to go off, but she wants to stay with her family because she loves him so much, she doesn't want to go away. Pedro, a big guy, finally coming to terms and accepting him. Eugene, little geek, little nerdy, little Asian computer whiz there, and then helping him out and everything. Like, they all just really were nice. And again, the parents, really nice. nice, loving group, loving family there. It was cool, spoilers, to see him with the whole, again, like, the themes, the messages, and then the things planted throughout the movie about, like, when the wizard, really did a good job. He was cool, talking about, like, the thrones, and it's, like, his brothers and sisters, and so then he makes him realize brothers and sisters, and then the ending where they all become Shazam-type heroes was pretty cool, and they still stayed in character as young kids, which I'm like, good. There's fun stuff with the bullies, there's a lot of fun stuff, like, the ridiculousness, like, I'm an adult, and I want to buy beer. And they tried, like, this is disgusting, and then they could just go buy junk food, which I'm like, yes. Try not to learn everything, like, is he okay with fire? And then he chases a little bastard Freddy down because, like, you son of a bitch, I can't do fire. It's like, okay, no to fire, resistant. So that, like, it's like, yeah, shoot me. It's like, is it just the suit, or is it all of you that can withstand the bullets? And it's like, shoot me in the face. And it's like, really? Shoot me in the face? It's like, what? Good thing you could survive that, but it was all pretty funny throughout. Pretty good. It was some good action, again, good story, pretty good, again. I like that they went, like, they're definitely going to make some money back, so we're going to be seeing him with, Justice League. We're going to be seeing more of him. Second movie, I'm sure, because he's awesome. And then it even already said in the news, I believe, they get a sequel, and then Black Adam to be something like the Dwayne The Rock Johnson or whatever is going to be that or something, so it's pretty cool. And then at the ending, because he's going to do like some Justice League stuff there, or something at least, because at the end we had some neat cameo at the very end, which was hilarious and unexpected for me, and then him joking about Aquaman with a goldfish in a bowl, so it's kind of like, yeah, well, this is all. Plus then they even did like an April Fool's trailer for Aquaman 2, when it was just a trailer, another teaser trailer for Shazam, so it was pretty funny. You can tell they were having fun with this. Everyone was having fun with this. Everyone was being like real with this. Everyone, great actors. Every one of them. Zachary, Mark, Asher, Jack, Faye, all of them just great actors. Every one of them was fun. It was an enjoyable. It was a treat. It was entertaining. It's what it should be for a film like this. It shouldn't be about like these. You can have a message and stuff like that in your films, but it shouldn't be like these political, unless it's a political film. Kind of like when he had what I think was my favorite Marvel film, Captain America: Winter Soldier. It was a political thriller more than a superhero film, and that worked. When you try to shove like, oh, it's anti-Trump or anti-Republican or anti-Democrat or anti-whatever agenda you want, throw it in there, or, some kind of identity stuff there. Women are better than men, let's go some anti-white person, let's go some anti-black or you name it. It's ridiculous. Unless it is the point of the movie, not just to throw some kind of message in there. This threw a message in there, was a good message that we should all learn. So you can look up to this. Like, he was good. Like, boys, girls, everyone could look up to someone like this. And these characters, they were well performed, well written, well done. So congratulations to this. It was really an enjoyable movie and unexpected in a lot of areas. And it just was what it should be. I'm glad it did well, and it looks like it's going to do well. And damn it, I love you. Big fan of Zach. He's awesome. I mean, the guy is just amazing, and I look forward to seeing more of him. I'm glad he has a role like this so he can continue to be amazing, and the world keeps seeing how amazing Zachary Levi really is. And again, these kid actors, these guys were really good, and gals. So it was really good, really well made. I knew it looked like it. I mean, sure, I was fanboying because of Zach, but a lot of it was just like, this looks totally something different instead of the dark, dreary stuff we have with DC lately. And I'm glad they're going this route. They're making movies for the sake of movies to tell a story and characters and not shove agendas, and that's what works with this. It's what worked with, I thought, Aquaman and, Wonder Woman. So I think they're finally getting this where they're not trying to push agendas, and that's what Marvel's doing, sadly, which means I'm going to have to say goodbye to Marvel. I don't even know if I even want to see Endgame, because I just don't want the whole Captain Marvel pops out of nowhere and takes everything with all these established characters we've come to know and love for over 10 years, just to kind of get pushed aside for her to do it. Because again, honestly, if she's really like God, basically, as they treat her, wouldn't they have called her in since day one to come here and go, everything's done, instead of having all the casualties and destruction for 10 years? I don't know. Makes no sense. It's stupid what they're doing. Shazam was amazing. Loved it. The whole 2 hours and 12 minutes was just, it went by so fast. It was just enjoyable as hell. It was different. I'm glad that DC's finally doing this stuff, and I look forward to more from them. I look forward to Shazam 2, Aquaman 2, everything else they got here, whatever Justice League stuff they got in there from now on. Any other characters that I don't know about, that others may not know about as much as like Batman, Superman, whatever they bring out. Looking forward to it. And who knows? I like Joaquin Phoenix, so maybe even Joker could be pretty interesting. I'll give it a shot. different takes on stuff. I'm like what they're doing. So I give it, 9.5 out of 10 for Shazam. Maybe a 10 out of 10. I don't know. It's my usual. But if I really love and enjoy a movie, I have to give it high ratings. And, such an enjoyable movie. Congratulations to everyone involved, everything with this. Great message, again, of yourself, family, others, the strength you have. Everything about it was just amazing. It was heartwarming, touching, brought a tear to your eyes a few times. Great story, great development throughout every character. There was amazing, the story just really went well. And then their backstories, the revelations, everything, the growth was so good. It was funny. Oh yeah, and then I loved the scene where it's like, are you doing your bad guy monologue thing? I can't hear you because we're so far. Oh well, stuff like that was just awesome. Him causing the bus, the dog, the mattress. Funny as hell stuff. Hilarious movie, touching movie, entertaining movie. It's what a superhero movie and something like this should be. And when I think a lot of our people should look into if they want to make movies like this and be a success like this, because this was something to marvel. This is the true Captain Marvel, not whatever her name is. This movie makes me think, Carol who? Marvel who? Basically. I'm just, rest in peace, Marvel. Shazam. Holy crap, I just looked up, what the mid-credit scene, the feature story plots and that villain or whatever was, and I'm like, holy crap, this is weird and pretty effed up. I like it. Oh my gosh. Wow. Shazam! Will the real Captain Marvel please stand up? Please stand up. Thank you. And I guess that's not saying much, but best DC movie since Aquaman. Best superhero movie I've seen since Aquaman. And probably the most fun I've had in theaters this year. And it's only been 4 months, but still, in a long time. Even though Pancreas was real good, but I don't know if I would say that it was enjoyable. The most fun I've had in theaters this year.